Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to make the double veil for the wedding dress. Sorry, I know it's been a bit, it's just things are very hectic and busy for me, and I don't want to bore you with my life details, but I do have some tutorials that I'm planning on doing, so please be patient. But anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make the double veil for the wedding dress. This is the longer part and then the shorter part. So I'm going to show you how to add this. And this is a headband style veil that I'm going to show you how to do. Now, in a previous tutorial, I showed you how to make this veil here, okay, with the crown. And I will show you how to add a second veil to this one if this is the style that you want. So all you got to do is follow the tutorial on this one, and then I'll show you how to add the second veil to this. It's very easy and very simple to do. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you how to do this part here, which is the headband part. And we're going to be working like this, in row to row like this, okay? So to start, we are using I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's the white metallic, and it is a size number 4 medium weight yarn, I believe, okay? So to start off with, we are going to use a crochet hook size F. Now you can use whatever crochet hook size you want. There's really, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm doing an F. So, this is a very, easy pattern that you can really just use any hook size, and doesn't really matter. It depends on how thick you want it. So the smaller the crochet hook, the smaller it'll be here. If you use a bigger hook, it'll be a little bit wider. So it all depends on how you want it. And as far as chains, that's another thing. You can do however many you want to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, but you can, make this smaller as far as the chains or bigger. I'm going to do a chain of 7. So we're going to chain 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm using a smaller hook, so as you can see, this is what it's looking like. And if you had a bigger hook, the chains would be just a little bit longer. Now, I don't like how this part came out here, so I'm going to redo this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you can do 5, you can do 7. It depends on how wide you want this headband part to be. So I have 7 here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over. We're going to skip this first stitch, go into the next stitch. I'm sorry, we're not yarning over. We're going to do a single crochet, I'm sorry. So skip this one, go into the next one, and we're going to do a single crochet. So all we're going to do is go to the second one, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 2 on our hook, yarn over, and pull through both. So that's a single crochet. So we're going to do that all the way across. Insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both. Insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through the 2 on the hook. So we have 3. So we're going to go all the way across here, and we're going to do single crochets. And that's all we're doing really for the headband part, is single crochets. Now in the second row, it's going to be a little bit different because we're going to be doing a single crochet in the back loop. So now we have 6 single crochets here. We started out with 7 chains, skipped the first chain, went into the second chain, did single crochet. So we have single crochets all the way across, okay, and there's 6 of them. So you're going to have 6 throughout this whole process, okay. Now we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to be working in the back loops moving forward, okay. I'm just going to push this over so you can see what the back loop is. So we have right here, this is the stitch. So we have the front loop here, and then the back loop back here. So in this back loop right here is where we're going to be doing all our stitches in every row. Just that back row right here. Okay. right here, and then right here, the back loop. Okay, so we did the chain 1, turned our work, and we're going to be working in the back loop, and we're going to do a single crochet, back loop, single crochet, back loop, and single crochet. So we're going to do that all the way across, and for every row you should still have 6 single crochets. And this is the last one right here. Okay, so that's what we have. So we're going to continue, chain 1, turn our work over, and then in the back loop only, we're going to be doing a single crochet all the way across. Single crochet. And this is end of row 3, chain 1, turn our work, and row 4, single crochet in the back loops. Okay. So this headband is just very easy, and believe me, it works up fairly quick as far as the headband part. Okay, so that's what we have, and as you notice, it's kind of forming some little ridges. We have a total of 4 rows right here. So we're going to do this until we have about 30 rows. Now again, I can't stress this enough. Everybody crochets as far as their tension differently. Okay, so I'm going to probably do about 30 rows, which is going to fit my doll. Now if you crochet tighter, you might need an extra row or 2. If you crochet looser, you might need less than 30. So it's important to have a doll on hand to make sure this fits. Okay, so I know I do get questions, oh, I did it like you and it doesn't fit. It's because everybody's tension as far as their stitches are different. Okay, so right here we have 4 rows. I've already worked up 30 rows right here, and this is what 30 rows looks like. Now as you can see, this is the nice little ridge that you get when you do it in the back loops. And when you do it in the back loops, it's very stretchy. As you can see, it's moving. It's very stretchy when you do it in the back loops. Okay, so again, I did 30, and you may need a little bit less, you may need a little bit more. This pattern, you can really just about do anything. You can use any crochet hook, you can use, you know, as far as the rows for the headband, as many as you want. Okay, so now we're going to connect these 2 pieces. Okay, let me get that out of the way. We're going to connect these 2 pieces together. So, okay, so what you're going to do is put them together like this. Now this loop here is facing me. Okay, and I'm going to put my crochet hook into that loop. Okay, I'm going to tighten my strand there, and then we're going to go into the other side right here, and we're going to insert the hook on the other end. Then we're going to take our yarn and we're going to yarn over, and we're going to slip stitch. So we're going to pull through both. Okay, that's slip stitching. So now we're going to take both pieces and we're going to hold them together like this, and we're going to go into the next stitch and go through both pieces at the same time, yarn over, and then pull through and pull through here to slip stitch. So we're going to do this all the way across. Insert into the next stitch, go through both pieces, yarn over, pull through, go into the next one, yarn over and pull through, and the last one right here, and pull through. Okay, so now we slip stitch. So this is what it looks like. So this is going to be the back end right here where we put both of them together. So now what you're going to do is you're going to flip this like that. Okay, so this is going to be the front. And as you can see, look how stretchy it is. So it'll fit your doll. So you just want to make sure that this fits your doll. Okay, and again, this is how wide it is with the 6 stitches going all the way across. If you wanted it to be wider, a wider headband, you know, to come out here more, then you just add however many stitches you want. So you can do whatever, you know, you think you want to do. Now, you can also just leave it like this. Now, I've done this before where I've made this headband and I crocheted a flower, or you can attach a flower that's already made. You can do about anything. If you don't want to make the veil, you can just make a headband. And this is a nice headband that'll fit the doll. Okay, so now we're going to start the veil part. So at this point here, let me put my crochet hook back on, tighten that stitch. We're going to work on the love knot. Now, this love knot here, it's called love knot or Solomon's knot. Okay, now I showed you how to make this stitch when we did the wedding dress and then the veil. So I'm going to show you again how to make that. So what you're going to do is you have your crochet hook right here, and then you're going to raise it up a little bit to give yourself a little bit of slack here. Okay, you're going to yarn over, then you're going to pull through. Now what I'm doing with these fingers is I'm putting this finger in the back, okay, and then this finger in the front. Okay, so I'm holding this one here, which is the working yarn. Okay, so I'm yarning over and I'm pinching right here. So I'm pinching my fingers between right here, this working yarn, and I'm going to pull through. So now we have a little opening right here. Okay, so now what you're going to do is insert the hook right in that opening, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and you're going to pull through both loops, and that creates the Solomon's knot. Okay, so now every time we start a new row, we're going to always work 3 Solomon's knots. So now we're going to raise our hook up again. Now you can do this as much or as little as you want. That's totally up to you. I'm not measuring it. I'm just kind of feeling what I think I want and then just doing it. Okay, so I lift it up so I have that much slack. Okay, I'm yarning over. Again, I'm pinching right here in between. Okay, pulling through. Then you're going to take your crochet hook, insert it right here in the hole. It's right there. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then you're going to pull through both. And that created our second Solomon's knot or love knot. Okay, so again, we're going to raise this to start our next one. Yarn over, pinching right here between these, pulling through the loop. Then we're going to insert the hook into the circle there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then pull through both. And that created 3 Solomon's knots. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to skip, oh, well, these are really rows, but we're going to skip this row right here, or I should say this row, and we're going to go into this middle one where this ridge is at right here. It's like a top ridge right here. It's hard to see it, but there's a ridge that's like on the top that's raised a little bit. We're going to do a single crochet right in there. So that's the first one we did. Okay, now we're going to make 2 love knots. Now to start the row we did 3. Moving forward across this way, we're going to be working 2 love knots. So now what we're going to do is again raise the crochet hook, yarn over, we're going to pinch right here, pull through the loop, insert the hook into the circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. So now we have the love knot. Let's do that again. Raise the hook, yarn over, pinch between the 2, pull the crochet hook through the loop, insert the crochet hook into the circle, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through these 2 loops. So now we have 2, and going across we're only going to be working 2. So we're going to skip this row right here or stitch, and then we're going to go to the next one and we're going to do a single crochet. So we're going to insert our hook right here and single crochet. That's what we have right now. Okay, so So we're going to do that again. We're going to work 2 love knots. 1, 2. I'm going to skip this one, skip this row or stitch, and then go into the next one and work a single crochet. Again, I'm going to do the same thing. Work 2 love knots. Skip this one, go to the next one, and work it. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do this a total until we have 10 of these loops. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do this until we have 10 loops. Now on this part too, you can do it as little or as much as you want as well. So it's totally up to you. I'm doing 10 of these love knot loops. Skipping this one, going to the next one, and single crochet. So again, we're going to work 2 more love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and single crochet. 2 more love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and single crochet. 1 and 2. 2 love knots, skip this one, go into the next one, and single crochet. Now let's count how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we only have 8, and I have a little knot here. Okay, so we need to do 2 more sets. So again, raise the hook and do 2 love knots. 1 and 2. Skip this one, go into the next one, and single crochet. 2 more love knots. 1 and 2. And then skip this one, go into the next one, and single crochet. So we should have 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is what we have. Okay. So the veil is going to keep going down. This part is going to be in the front of the forehead where we don't have any right here. Now again, if you wanted to do 8, you can do 8. If you want to do 10, if you wanted to add 1 more, 11. So it's totally up to you. But you don't want to close this off completely unless you want her face to be covered. So I did about 10. Okay, so now we're going to start our next row. So to start the next row, we're always going to start with 3 love knots for a new row. So again, I'm raising my hook right here, and we're going to work 1, 2, and 3 love knots. Okay, we have 3 here. So now we're turning our work. Okay, well, we have to turn our work over. And right here we have the 2 love knots from the previous row. Right here in that single crochet in the middle, we're going to do another single crochet right there. Okay, so it's starting row number 2. So now again, we're going to work 2 more love knots moving all the way across. It's going to always be 2 love knots. To start the row will be 3, and when you're going across the row, it's going to be 2 love knots. Okay, so we got 2 right there. So now we're going to go to the next group here, and right there in that single crochet, we're going to add another single crochet right inside there. Okay, and again, work 2 more love knots. 1, 2. Go to the next group here, and in that single crochet, we're going to do another single crochet. So I'm going to continue to work this across to the end, and when I get to the end here, because we have 3 on this side, and I'm going to show you where to end it in row 2. So again, we're going to do 2 love knots, Then we're going to go to this group and do the single crochet right here in this single crochet. So I'll meet you here at the end of row number 2 to show you how we're going to end that. So here I am at the end of row 2, and let me move this over a little bit so it's not in the way. So I've done my 2 love knots already, okay? And to end this row, we have our 3 here. So all we're going to do is this very first one right here, we're going to do the single crochet in that first one right here in this, right here. Single crochet. And we have row 2 done. So this is what the veil is looking like. So we're going to continue to do this, okay? So now we're going to do our row 3, and again, to start a row, we're always going to do 3 love knots. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and right here in this very first, right here in this first group, you're going to do the single crochet right there in that single crochet. Okay, so we have 3. Now, moving forward across here, we're going to work 2 love knots. So this is what you're going to repeat throughout this whole veil. You can make this as long as you want it, as short as you want it, whatever you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I will come back and let you know how many rows I did. Again, this is totally up to you as to how long you want your veil. Okay, so again, just across 2 love knots. Oops, let me try that again. 1 and 2. So this is obviously working the first veil, and I'll show you how to add the second part onto this once we're done with this part here. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I will come back and let you know how many rows I ended it with and show you what it's looking like. So again, we're going to continue with 2 love knots all the way across, single crochet in this group and here, and then when we get to these 3 at the end, we're going to do the single crochet to that very first one right here, and then start the next row. We always starting with 3 love knots, then going across, we do 2 love knots. So you can make this as long as you want, and I'm going to continue, and I will show you what I have and how many rows I did at the end. So I just wanted to show you my progress. I've worked about 5 rows, and this is what it's looking like. So I just wanted to show you where I'm at. So I'm going to continue to work some more rows, and I'll come back at the end and let you know exactly how many rows I ended with. So here I have completed the veil. I've done about 15 rows. This is the top, and then this is the bottom. So I did about 15 rows. Now again, you can make this as long as you want it. That's totally up to you. And then you're going to cut your end here. You're going to cut your end, and then we're going to start working on the second part of the veil. And to do that, we're going to work on this top part right here. This top part. We're going to really do the same thing we did here, except we're going to do it on the top now. So to start that, you gotta figure where you want the second part of the veil to go. If you want it to start like in the same area where the first one started, or you want it to be a little bit in more, that's totally up to you. I'm going to start in the same spot where I started the first one. So the first one I started right here. Okay, so here we have the stitches right here in this ridge. Okay, right here. So I'm going to take my crochet hook. Nope, I'm sorry. I got my yarn here, and we're going to do a slip knot first. Sorry, we have to do a slip knot. Okay, so we have a hook or a little loop there. So now you're going to take into where you're going to insert your, in this ridge here, we're going to insert it into any of these stitches right here. Just going to put it in a stitch. Doesn't matter, right here in a stitch. You're going to take your loop right here, there's slip knot, and you're going to pull through. Then you're going to do a chain 1 just to secure that. Okay, now I'm turning my work like this, okay, because we're going to be working along this edge right here. Okay, so now we're going to start our first one, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to raise our hook, yarn over, and do our love knot. Same thing that we've been doing. So to start this row, again, we're going to start with 3. So it's the same thing we've been doing. And all you did was attach it to the top of the veil right here. Then we're going to skip 1 and then go into the second one. So you're going to skip a stitch and we're going to go right into here. You can just put it, you know, you can really just put it anywhere you want. Okay. And we're going to work now 2 love knots all the way until you have how many you want. If you wanted to do the 10 like we did before, then you would do that. Skipping this one, going into the next one, and single crochet. So really doing the same thing we did on the veil on the other part, except we're just doing it to the top. Skip this one, go into the next one, and again, work 2 love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and if you wanted to do it 10 times, you can do that. It's totally up to you. I'm going to do it the same like I did the previous one. This bottom veil, I'm going to do it the same amount. So skip 1, go into the next one, and single crochet, and then work the 2 love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and work 2 love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and do it again. 2 love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and work 2 love knots. Skip, go to the next one, and work the 2 love knots. Okay, I'm going to do it 2 more times because we're ending right here on this one. Okay, so we're going to go into the skipped 1, go into the next one, and working the 2 love knots. Skip this one, go into the next one, and this is the last one right here. And oh, okay, that was it. Okay, that ended it. Sorry. Okay, so we should have 10 again. So if you wanted to count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I have 11. Okay, well, you can do as many as you want, as little as you want. I don't know why. For some reason now it's coming out to be 11, but I'm going to just leave it. Again, there's no, you know, right or wrong to do. If you wanted to have the 10, you would just take it off, but I don't know why. It's ending here and here. I think it's because we're going at the top row and maybe where I started was in the wrong place or something. So I think that might be it, but doesn't matter. I'm going to leave it because, again, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So now we're going to start the next row, and what we're going to do is, again, 3 love knots, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're going to turn this over, and right here in this single crochet in this group right here, we're going to do a single crochet, and then moving across, we're going to work 2 love knots, 1 and 2 right here, and we're going to do 2 love knots. And we're going to work this all the way across like we did, you know, like this part. We're going to do the same thing, except we're doing it to the top, you know, of the headband. One and 2. Go Go to the next one and single crochet, and we're going to continue. Yep, let's try that again. Single crochet. Okay, so we're just going to keep working the veil, and as you go along, it's going to drape down in the back. Okay, so this is what it's looking like, and it'll fall back here once you're, you can do it as long as you want. That's totally up to you. See, here we go. This is the one right here. So this is the top part of the veil, and this is the bottom part of the veil, and then the top part. So you're going to keep doing it like this one until you get the length that you want. So I'm going to continue to do this part here, and I'll let you know how many I ended up with at the end. So again, we're doing the same thing we did here. Okay, 2 love knots all the way across, and then when we start a new row, we're going to work 3 love knots and then repeat that until you get it as long as you want it. So I'll see you soon. So this is what I have. I did about 10 rows in the back here. Again, you can do more. It all depends on you, on how you want it to lay on your doll. And this is what mine looks like. So right here, and then this is the bottom part. And let me show you what it looks like in front. In front, it looks like this. Okay, so again, you can do anything you want here to decorate your veil. If you want to put some small flowers or anything right here in the front, you can totally do that. Put some bling, anything. And again, this is what it looks like. 1 veil, 2 veils. So it can flip over or be like that. So again, you can do it any way that you want. So let me show you really quick how to do to add the second part to this veil. Now, again, I did the tutorial on this one, and I will leave the link to that video for you in the description. Sorry, I'm just trying to get some yarn here. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to do the same thing. Okay, all you're going to do is figure out where you want to start the veil. Now, obviously, we got the points here. So if you're going to do the veil on this one, you're going to do it between these points. That's the only place that it can go. So if you wanted to add the second one, you would start here. Okay, so all you're going to do is, again, do your slip knot. Okay, you have the slip knot here. Then you're going to go into one of these stitches right here. So you can turn it this way if you want, because that's how we're going to be working. So we can go into one of these stitches right here, or right here. I'm going to go into this one right here, and I'm going to take my slip knot, put it on the hook, then I'm going to pull through, and then I'm going to do just 1 chain just to secure this on. And then of course you're going to start your love knots. So again, to start the row, we're always going to start with 3. Okay, so we have our stitch here. We're going to skip 1 and then go to the next one and do the single crochet, and then again we're going to work 2 love knots going across. Skip 1, go to the next, and work 2 love knots. Skip 1, go to the next, single crochet there, and 2 love knots. Skip 1, go to the next, and single crochet, and work 2 more love knots. Skip 1, go to the next, and single crochet. Two love knots. Skip 1, go to the next, single crochet, and work 2 love knots. Skip 1, go to the next, and single crochet, and work 2 love knots. Skip 1, and right here, this will be our last one. Okay, so that's what we have. Let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8. Okay, so we're going to continue to do this. We're going to work our next row, and again, to start a new row, we always start with 3 love knots. 2 and 3. Okay, turn our work, and right here in this first group, in that single crochet, we're going to put a single crochet. And then again, work 2 love knots going all the way across. 2 single crochet there, and then 2 love knots. Single crochet and 2 love knots. I'm not sure if you hit Bronco. He is sleeping and it is pretty late, so he's snoring away, so you might hear him in the video. That's my pug. He's always near me. Okay, so 2 love knots and single crochet. So you're going to do this again all the way across, and then you're going to work it as long as you want it. I'm going to continue to do some more on this so that you can see what this one looks like, and I'll show you at the end once I'm done. So here I finished about 10 rows for this one with the crown. Like I said, I will put a link to this tutorial, and then you can do the same thing. If you wanted to have a double veil, just attach it to the top part right here and have it come down, and you have the double veil on this one. I think it looks really, really nice, and I think it lays nice, and I think it came out great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. That's it for today, and everybody have a great day. Thank you.